The binomials below can be factored with rational coefficients using either the difference of squares or the difference of cubes or sum of cubes. In some cases, a common factor must be factored out first. So they are talking about what? Difference of squares, then difference of cubes or sum of cubes. Those are the three things we have here. See, this is a square minus b square, difference of squares, and that is the formula. In fact, it is an algebraic identity. A plus b times a minus b gives you a square minus b square. Then the second one is the difference of cubes. A cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b times a square plus ab plus b square. And the third one, a cube plus b cube. See, this is the sum. They are adding, correct? So that is a plus b times a square minus ab plus b square. So what you have to do is try to simplify this given expressions and try to bring it into one of these three forms, either a square minus b square form, or a cube minus b cube, or a cube plus b cube. Alright, let us see. The first one, you have 5x to the power of 4 minus 80. This 5x to the 4 means 5 times x to the 4, correct? And I know that 80 is divisible by 5. 80 divided 5, how many times? Can go 1 time, 30, that is 30. 16 times. 80 divided 5 is 16. Okay. So I can take out 5. See, in some cases, common factor must be factored out. So that 5 as a common factor, you will take it out, leaving behind x to the power of 4. See, 5 times x to the power of 4 minus 16, because 80 divided 5 is 16. So now it changed a little bit. In the next step, I will write this as 5 times x to the power of 4, that is x to the 4th power, can be written as x square whole square, using this formula again. Properties of exponents, a to the power of m to the power of n, power of a power, multiply a to the mn, that is 2 times 2 is 4. X to the 4 can be rewritten as x square whole square minus the 16 I can write as 4 square. Now you see this one, it is of the form of like a square minus b square. This is your a, your x square is a, and 4 is your b. A square minus b square is a plus b times a minus b. Alright, let us see. So I will write 5 times a plus b, that is x square plus 4, correct? A is this, x square, b is 4. A plus b times a minus b. Again, my a is x square and my b is a 4. And you are not done yet. Further, you look into these factors and check if it can be factorized further, like to the next level. Let us see, 5 times x square plus 4 times this 4 is x square minus 2 square I can write. Again, it is a difference of squares. I am looking at the first identity again, a square minus b square, the difference of squares, right? X square minus 2 square. So finally my answer is 5 times x square plus 4 times x plus 2. See, like this is your a and that is b, times x minus 2, that is a minus b. This is the factorized form of that 5x to the 4 minus 8t. That can be broken down into these 4 factors, in fact. Got it? Right. Now let us look at the next. Next we have 2a cube minus 50a, right? 2a cube minus 50a. Let me write here. 2a cube minus 50 times a. 2 is even number, 50 is even number. So 2 can divide both of them. A is here and a is there. Therefore, my greatest common factor is 2 times a, 2a, right? Let us cancel out now. Divide 2a here. 2 and 2 cancel. A cube divide a is a square, correct? 3 minus 1 is 2. So, in 2a cube, you separated the 2a to the third power, or 2a cube, as 2a times a. That's what we did. Now 50a, this also divided by 2a. 50 divided 2 is 25. There is a minus sign. Okay, minus 25. A and a cancel out. That's all. So now I have 2a times a square minus 25. Is it in any one of these forms? Let us see. That is equal to 2a times, this is a square minus this 25 is 5 square. That is 2a times, now you see it is a square minus b square, the first form, which is a plus 5 times a minus 5, a plus b times a minus. I again use that formula. Okay, so you factorize the second one. Now let us see the third. 40a cube minus 5b cube. 40a cube, 40a to the third minus 5. Let me see, 5b cube. Right, 40a to the third minus 5b to the third. Any common factor in this? A's and b's are different. I cannot take anything, but 40 and 5. 5 can divide 40. 40 divided 5 is 8, right? It goes. Therefore, let me take out 5 as the greatest common factor. Divided by 5 means it is 8a to the third minus b to the third. Still, it is not in any of the given forms. But he is talking about a cube and a cube. Can you write this 8 as a cube of something? 8. Right. 8 is 2 can divide 8. 4 times, again 2 divides 4, 2 times. So this 8 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2, that is 2 to the third power. Nice. I will change this into as 5 times this a is written as 2 and a is already there to the third power. You see, 2 to the third power is 8, a to the third power, same thing, minus b cube. And my formula there, it says that another algebraic identity, in fact, it is a cube minus b cube will give us, let me take this out of the way, a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b times a square plus ab plus b squared, correct? So you have 5 times 2a plus b, right? This is my a. Let me highlight those. This is your A and B is B only, like this. Okay. So my A is 2A, B is same B, following this formula A minus B times A square. What is the A? That is 2A square plus AB. That is 2A times B plus B square. Further, I'll simplify it as 5 times 2A minus B times 2A square. 2A times 2A, right? 2A square means 2A times 2A, 2 times 2, 4, A times A square, 4A square. Other way of looking at that as 2 square times A square. That will also give you the same thing. 2 square is 4, correct? Okay. So 4A square plus 2AB plus B square. So this is the factored form of that 40A to the third minus 5B cube, right? So we used this difference of cubes, remember. Okay, next. I have 2x to the 4 times y minus 16xy to the power of 4. Wow. Let us see. 2x to the power of 4y minus 16xy to the 4. Did I take it right? 2x to the 4y minus 16xy 4. That is correct. Okay, I am seeing the first and second terms appear to be the same, right? Here 2, I mean this is 2 times 8, correct? I am seeing an x here, x to the 4, and there is one x. Here you have a y, there also y to the 4. That is telling me to take out 2 times there is a x and also there is a y. So I will take out 2xy as a greatest common factor between these two terms. Now what I'll do is I'll have to divide, right, this by that greatest common factor, because already it is taken out, it is factored out in fact, right? So if you divide this by 2xy, 2 and 2 cancel, y and y cancel, 2 to cancel out one time, remaining x to the 4 divide x. X to the power of 4 divide x is x to the power of 4 minus 1, that is 3. That is, on the numerator you have 4 x's, denominator only 1 x. That 1 x cancel out, leaving behind 3 x's. That's the point. So this first term is left with only x cube minus the second term, like I have to divide by 2xy. 16 divided 2 is 8. X and x cancel. Y to the 4 divide y. Y to the 4th power divide y gives you y to the 3rd power, or y cube. Okay, see. This given terms, now after factoring out 2xy, you are left with x cube minus 8y cube. Now this is reminding you of some formula, right? Just now we looked at this one, a cube minus b cube again. Let's see. 2xy times x cube minus this 8y cube. 8 is, as I showed a minute ago, like 2 times 2 times 2, 2 times 2 times 2, that is 2 to the 3rd power, and y to the 3rd power gives you 2y to the 3rd power, correct? 8y cube is 2 cube times y cube. Because those two exponents are same, I can take it like this, again using properties of exponents. This is what you have. Now going back to that formula, a cube minus b cube. Let me write it again for you. It here says a cube minus b cube is equal to a minus b times a square plus ab plus b square. So this becomes 2xy, I have to copy the 2xy, times your a is x and b is how much? The whole thing 2y, times a square, a is x, so x square, plus ab, that is x times 2y, plus b square, b is your 2y, 2y square, whole square, close the parenthesis. And let me take off this. Finally, my answer is 2xy times x minus 2y times x square plus, here numerical coefficients you take first, 1 times 2 is 2, so 2xy plus 2 square is 4. See, 2y square, 2 square is 4y square, right? So I'll write 4 times y square. That's all, that's my answer, right? So this is what you have, right? A cube minus b cube we used. Next problem, 3a cube plus 81b cube. I am seeing pluses, so maybe I'll have to use the third formula here. Okay, let me just copy that. So it is 3a cube plus 81b cube. 3a cube plus 81b cube, right? That is 3 and 3 times something. How much it is? 27 gives you 81. So 3 is a common factor between the first and second terms. I'll take out that 3. 3 is taken out, leaving behind a cube plus, see, this divide 3, that also divide 3. 81 divided 3 is 27 and a b cube. Let us try to rewrite in this form of sum of the cubes, right? In this binomial, I have 3 times a cube plus 27. 27 is 3 times 9, again 3 times 3, right? 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. So it becomes 3 cube and b cube. 3 cube and b cube together, 3b cube. Now it is of the form of a cube plus b cube. Your b is not just a b but a 3b, remember. This gives me 3 times a plus b. This I am writing a cube plus b cube. This is a and that is b, right? A and my b is 3b times a square. I'll write a square minus ab, that a is a only and b is 3b, plus b square, that is 3b square. Finally, 3 times a plus 3b times a square minus 3ab plus 3 square. 3 times 3 is 9b square. This is your answer. 3 times a plus b times a square minus 3ab plus 9b square. Almost done. Let us see the last problem. Now we have x to the power of 4y plus 125x y to the fourth power. X to the fourth times y, 125. Okay. X to the power of 4 times y plus 125 x y to the fourth power. In this, the greatest common factor, I don't see any numbers here in the first term. So we don't have any number, but you still have x and y here, x, y. So that x, y is coming out as a common factor. So when you divide this, y and y cancel. X to the 4 divided x gives us x cubed, like I showed all the time. And this divide x, y. X and x cancel. Y to the 4th divided y is y cubed. And 125 is carried. So that is 125 y to the third power. 4 minus 1 is 3. And we will try to write this in this form of that algebraic identity, a cube plus b cube. Okay. So I have x, y times x cube plus 125. 125 is 5 times 25, again 5 times 5. So your 125 is 5 times 5 times 5. That is 5 to the third power, 5 cube. 5 cube times y cube is 5y cube. Alright. So you have your a and your b. Your a is x, just x, and b is 5y. Right? So let us just make use of this formula. Up here, my a is, so let me copy xy. Don't forget xy. This is your a plus b. So x plus 5y times a square means x square minus ab, that is x times 5y plus b squared, that is 5y squared, the whole thing. Don't forget to put in parentheses, otherwise it will be only for y square. And my answer is xy times x plus 5y times x square. X times 5y is 5xy plus 5y square. 5 times 5, 25, right? Y times y, y square. That's all. These are the factors of that expression, x to the 4y plus 125x y to the 4th power. Right? So we answered so many problems. Good job. Let us see. That's nice. So you got all your, how many? 6 problems you answered, and you made use of a square minus b square, a cube minus b cube, and a cube plus b cube. Okay. So please look at one problem at a time and try to answer these. I have them for you. Let me, yes. Pause your video and you can just do one problem at a time. Try to answer all these. And thank you.